How long was that?
Number one stop right here.
14 hours.
14 hours?
Yeah, about that.
Was it 7 and 7 or was it like 10 and 4?
No, we did the whole thing.
Yeah.
Whole freaking series.
It's pretty bad. I'm surprised
they do make airplanes, right?
That was fun.
We made a vow next trip. That's what we're gonna do. I'm surprised you're not wearing Jackie's clothing line. Work them.
I was such a fan of that.
Yeah.
You remember that episode?
Oh yeah,
I do.
We got you different color, but now we just turned this thing inside out.
We also remember the one where we hooked up with that girl, and then the next morning
You didn't show up.
Didn't show up.
Well, I wouldn't have either.
Well, the truth of that is, like, I was there that morning. The producers asked me to go back to the room. I went for a run on the beach. A lot of that stuff is manipulated. So
Yeah, I know.
they had to make an enemy and stuff. And if it wasn't manipulated, then Jackie's a real wuss. Because like, I show up and she's like, okay, you can drop back.
Yeah. Little trauma.
Yeah, that was a fun show. I'm glad it got canceled. Because if there was another season,
It was a
if there was another season of it, I'd be in trouble.
I was gonna think that we were gonna put you and Steve Copeland on the next seniors, not just a rumor on the internet.
Something I never.
Are you saying you would have got fired probably next season?
No, I would have got in trouble, man. That was too much fun, man. I was fucking everything,
You got to travel a lot too.
Huh?
You got to travel a lot and so forth with that show.
I just love LA.
You wanna ask me a question?
Yeah, I want to ask you a question about basically intermittent fasting. What do you think of it? Do you apply it yourself, the nutritional aspects? And do you do it all year round, or do you just do it 12 weeks out
I
of
don't
the year?
do it, but I believe in it, you know?
Okay.
I've done fasting periods before.
Yep.
What fasting is, obviously, everyone's like, oh my god, you go fasting, you're going to lose all this weight. You will lose some weight, obviously.
Yeah.
But
I actually applied it myself for 2 years in a row, but not consistently, only 12 weeks for my cut. That was it. And I had some great improvements on the belly fat, particularly. It just melt right off.
well, I mean, fasting isn't about like the vanity or cutting up or anything else. Fasting is really about detoxifying the body of all the impurities. You know, and it first starts, the first 3 days suck because that's when you get all the impurities out of the blood. And the way your body gets rid of them, it pulls them out of the blood and then it burns in your energy. And it's like a bad fuel you put in your car, your car doesn't run as well. Or when you burn a bad fuel in your blood, you start to get a headache. You know, it's like, you know, but after 3 days you're over the hump, then it goes deeper, and your body's really eating itself if you're not getting any nutrition, right? So it's eating like it's going down to the cellular level. Get into your bone marrow, so you can go that deep, and it's just something that's been there since you were a kid, you know? And just clean it all up. Your intestines, you know, it's all corroded, and it flushes them out, so now, you know, that's supposed to nutrition come in. But before, you know, you're drinking coffee, you don't do much, now you drink coffee, you're like, what? You know, because your body doesn't go to absorb. So that's what it's really about the fasting thing. As far as nutrition and stuff, let's go even deeper than that. Let's go into the fact that, you know, let's go to nature. I'm excited, I talk about this a lot. You look at nature, if a gazelle's running in the prairie, it gets nailed by a lion, right? And all if it's still alive, not fatally wounded, but still alive, the gazelle that will go off the reservation, MIA, and will fast. Why is that? Because it wants 100% of its internal energy to rebuild and repair the damage it's done. In the gym, we do the same thing. We create damage. We don't grow in the gym. We bring the demand for our body to go outside the gym by nutrition. So we do a healthy micro-tear inside. A small student of the muscles of sacroiliac is activizing buildings. They rinse. Pumping the rinse. That's the deplete. That's the pumping, right? So that needs to happen. They need a rip in order to have nutrition, be elongated at the origin, strength through the belly. But what we do all day is we eat. We eat 5-6 meals a day. Everyone says 5-6 meals a day. I say that's fucking bullshit. I've never done that in the last 8 years of my life. I eat 1 meal a day. And I get liquid nutrition all day long. When you're eating 5-6 meals a day, guys, your body's energy, 80% of it is breaking down, digesting all day long. Only leaving 20% of any balance for the most important vital aspect of detoxifying the body, getting impurities out, rebuilding and repairing the immune system, your health, and rebuilding all the healthy micronutrients you legit. Now we can reverse those things where 80% of that energy is spent doing the rebuilding and the healthy detoxification of the body, now like 20% digestion, but still getting all of that nutrition in on a given day. Wouldn't that be successful? Yeah, it would be. So how do we do that? More and moist, right? If I were to pour nutrition on that muscle, when it's saturated, what happens? It spills over. Nothing's absorbed because it's happy. There's no reason, there's no demand for it to absorb. When you go to the gym, you bring that muscle out. All the muscle glycogen's gone. It's starving, it's hungry. There's a window of opportunity where it's ready to absorb.
Right.
It's not what you eat, it's what your body absorbs. So you take down this nutrition, your muscle sucks it up. Now it's successful. So really when it comes down to nutrition, it's not what you eat, it's when you eat it, and does your body absorb it. So it's demand versus supply. Business economics 101. In the gym, you go there, create the demand for your body to absorb the nutrition, then you load the nutrition in a time in which your body will absorb it. That's success. That's getting 110% return of your investment in the gym. Now, if you go and you lift in the gym, then right after you lift, you start doing cardio, well, you just fucked yourself, didn't you? Because that sponge is ready to be absorbed. It doesn't have any more energy. Now you're doing cardio. So if we need energy, we need energy. We're out, guy. What are we going to do? It's going to go start eating the muscle you're trying to build for energy. So what I'm saying is that in order to be an expert in anything and be successful, you must first apply your brain. Be a student of the game. Learn the biochemistry, how the body works. Don't just go in the gym like a meathead and say, oh, you start lifting. You start lifting. You're an idiot. Understand why you're doing it. Your purpose, your action must have a reason. Your action has a reason, and then your action has a purpose and a result. If you go in there blindly, well, I don't know, good luck, man. I don't know. If I'm going to go in there, I want 110% return on my investment. Let's get more efficient for our workouts. Let's understand why we're doing what we're doing. Let's understand why we're eating more. That takes responsibility on you guys. You have to study it. You have to listen to what I'm saying. You have to question what I'm saying. What works for me might work for you, might not work for you. Also, whatever your goal is, your goal might be a power lifter, a fitness guy, a bodybuilder, an athlete, all different theaters. The gym is never the ends. It's the means to get these ends. How you work in here will get that. Become CrossFit champion, become a bodybuilder, a marathon runner. But don't think that working here that becomes a bodybuilder is the same working here as a marathon runner. They're all different. So you have to know where you want to go.
What are your goals?
And how to get there. It's really becoming a student, guys. Becoming like, here's your machine, you're the operator. Let's move it in the right fucking way, you know?
I know when you mentioned that timing's everything. I know that for a fact. When I did intermittent fasting, that's timing. You're timing everything. You got a 12-hour fast, 8-hour eating. It worked. It worked.
That was my question when you talked about that nutrition and glycogen stores. How much simple carbs? I mean, we started up with like this lemonade. That's primarily.
Let me talk about this. This is what I hate more than anything. Carbohydrates, right?
Yeah.
There's good carbs and bad carbs, right? What overrides a good carb and a bad carb? First, a good carb was a good carb. A carbohydrate, imagine it's a train. I'm speaking loud so you guys can hear too. A carbohydrate's a train, right? A simple carb, a bad carb, is an engine and a caboose. That's it. That's all there is. A good carb has an engine, vitamins, minerals, and all these other units, and then the caboose. Am I saying it right? The end of the train, the caboose? You sound like an idiot.
That's right. That's right.
Whatever, the last fucker, you know? So that's a big long strand. That's a good carb because you're getting all these vitamins, minerals, fiber, and everything else. Slow digestion, takes a while to break it down, burning more calories. All good. Simple carb. Boost in the answer, right? Fast, immediate spike in sugar and everything else. How much good carb, bad carb, right? What overrides a good carb and bad carb is a good time or bad time to take it.
Yep.
So right before the gym,
timing's everything.
right before the gym, if I'm taking all this fiber-based elements, you know, my oatmeal and everything else, but all that food's in my stomach. I can't digest it in time. I go to the gym with undigested food in my stomach. What happens is stomach cramps, shuts me down for what I'm doing. It's a good carb and a bad time. The end result, bad carb.
So you're a firm believer of working out fasting, right?
Working out fasting.
Yeah.
I think you need to go to the gym with enough energy to sustain what you want and compete with 5 Pistons money on
Okay. And if that works for you, that works for you, right?
The pre-workout meal is all about just getting it done.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to get the workout done. Once the workout's done, the major meal, major weight is right there. Which right after your workout is when you want that simple sugar. Because you need immediate energy. Why do you need energy? Because there's no muscle glycogen.
Yep.
And you have all these active mice and filaments there that need to be rebuilt. Well, you need a worker, a construction worker to rebuild them. That's simple sugar. It goes in there, starts building them back. So you need that simple sugar.
Like dextrose.
Dextrose. Dextrose is it's not a fucking, steroid. It's a simple sugar.
buy it in the market.
When you come out of the gym, there's an equation. Now, this is a universal thing. There's no universal path to individual success, but a general northern aspect, when you come after a workout, you have a 45-minute window. You need sugar. Dextrose is a good one. 0.4 grams of sugar for every pound you weigh. If you weigh 100 pounds, that's 40 grams of simple sugar shit that you need. Your body will absorb it all. That sponge will pour it on there and absorb it all up. Right? Your protein is about 0.25 every pound you weigh. If you're 100 pounds, 25 grams of whey protein. That's about as much as your body can absorb at one given time. You're pouring it on there. You try and error this. You know? When I say it's universal about 0.4, 0.25, it's because it's not for everybody. You need to trial it. You're going to pour that onto the sponge. Now, does it soak up? Because any oversaturation is going to be stored for energy. That's what your body is. So, you know, you trial and error. Maybe it's at 0.35. You play this, man, and you start to work with it. And you start to get smart about it. There's no guesswork. You know, it's about studying it, and then it's about applying intensity. That's the heat of the oven.
I'm glad you say that the body is very complicated, but at the same time, it's pretty simple once you get the idea out. Because you really got to look at the body as a fat storage machine, and that's what it is. I mean, if you're over calories, it's going to store fat. It's basically as simple as that. So calories in, calories out.
Yeah, calorie surplus gains weight, calorie deficit loses weight. Now calories, you know, are unbiased. There's no prejudice with calories. You know, good carb to bad carb, all still 4 calories per gram. You know, a good saturated fat, a monosaturated, polyunsaturated fat, to a trans fat, it's still 0.99 calories per gram. You know, there's no bias there. So your calorie content can come good or bad. You know, so I mean, yeah, the calorie wars obviously you're gaining or losing weight, but we're gonna hold on.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to say one other thing. When people call you the king of motivation, what do you think of that?
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Really? Motivator king?
You know, I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Okay.
If I really care what people said, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
You know, what I care is you know, there's 2 forms of confidence, guys. There's an internal confidence that we believe in ourselves. That's called pride.
Yep.
There's another type of confidence, a very negative confidence. It's an external confidence called ego. You will be driven to do one thing or the other. You're either driven because you believe it, or you're driven from peer pressure or other people saying it. One will get you there, one won't get you there. You go in the gym and you start working out, you know, and you give a shit about someone else's opinion.
That's wrong.
And you start throwing your back in there trying to lift more so you can get paid by the girl or something else.
Right.
I don't know why that happens. You're giving value to third party subjective natures. They don't pay your bills.
Right.
Why give them any value? Believe in yourself, go into the mission. The fastest way to grow is a form, then it's the speed of the rep, then it's the weight of the rep in that order. Never sacrificing 1, 2, or 3. So the form, you know, proper form, then the speed of the rep. Eccentric coming up. You know, you're going about 2 seconds down. I mean, constantly coming up. Eccentric coming down. By the way, the eccentric portion of the muscle, meaning the muscles flex, the bicep curl,
It's stretching of the muscle.
is when the muscles flex, forced to elongate.
Yep.
That's the greatest mass building exercise in any muscle.
Right.
And that's what everyone rushes through. They go,
I know.
ugh.
Nope.
You know,
Trying
it's
to
like,
focus on
again,
the
because they're
downstream.
stupid.
Yep, I know.
Or they're
I agree.
lazy, they're one or the other. Pick
Right.
your choice, they're both bad.
That's where you're gonna get the fucking burn. It's going down, man.
You know, so people need to learn this, understand
Right.
that. A lot of they come, they go, you know, I can't grow anymore, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, put a bullet in your head then. You're just giving up, you know? So, you know, what the fuck?
There's always room
Why are you
for
wasting my
improvement.
time?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, I agree. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it.
I don't know.